Welcome, Virgo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your new moon in Sagittarius reading. The new moon in Sagittarius is on the 13th of December, and this is moving towards the winter solstice. I have mixed the African Tarot with the Tarot of the Divine into one deck. I've created a past, present, future reading. I will finish up with a couple of oracle cards, and then I will be extending this reading. And if you're interested in that, if this reading resonates for you, please check me out in the description box below. There will be a link there. Moreover, I would like you to consider liking this video, sharing it with others, commenting below, and subscribing to my channel if you find that this reading is resonating for you. Most importantly, though, all the support that you give me, I appreciate. I feel it. Your presence here, your time with me is what's most important to me. So thank you in advance for that. Let's get started with this overall energy for the new moon in Sagittarius, the Fool. The Fool here is describing a post-adventure. And the reason I say that is that this is an adventure towards yourself, towards your personal ancestry, identity, an adventure towards things that may have been too difficult or too prohibitive in whatever way in the past. It feels to me as though this, in many ways, you focused on your outer participation, your outer efforts in the external world, and this is a moment for you to journey within. This is about finding the thing that makes you most personally and individually happy and successful. This is what is giving the many accomplishments and achievements of your life personal meaning and significance. So this is really describing the faith that you have developed through your external responsibilities and opportunities to trust in yourself, to believe that you can overcome whatever personal obstacles have prevented you from being comfortable with pursuing those things that are meaningful to you and or based on your own personal gifts and talents. Many of those have been pursued through your work, but now you have a unique opportunity to build on your external accomplishments into a more personal journey, adventure, I should say. In the present, you have the Ten of Coins. In the past, the Wheel of Fortune. And in the future, the Judgment card. Well, wow. Very fortuitous, very big decisions here for you. And I guess with the Fool coming out as your overall significator, I shouldn't be surprised. You are squarely participating in legacy. And that can mean a lot of things in your internal and external world. Primarily, this is a fulcrum around which you have come to accept the lessons, the connection with your cultural, financial, familial heritage. So for many of you, this can actually be an inheritance that you're now able to participate in, the philanthropy, the opportunity to give or give back. If it is not a financial largesse of any sort, this is really more about recognizing the value and the worth of your ancestral legacy, the lessons that you've learned that your ancestors overcame to provide. Make sure that you had the opportunities and the access that you do have in this life, how you've gone beyond the accomplishments of others in your family, perhaps, or how you're contributing to that by taking it into a broader and bigger direction, making more of whatever the resources you have to give back can be available to more people. This is about a self-generating, a wheel of prosperity. It's echoed by the Wheel of Fortune and in many ways the Judgment card. If we look at the X's on the symbol of each of these cards, this is the Wheel of Fortune, is the turning, the awareness. It's actually a kind of good karma as the result of the works that you have already done, the positive works perhaps of this legacy that you've inherited, or the works that you have created in this life as a result of the cultural heritage that you are and have benefited from. The Judgment takes that to double X's. It doubles this awareness, this idea that your experiences and the awareness that it has created of your particular gift, the seed of your accomplishments, comes from some individual talent, some mission that you come here to accomplish. And through the accomplishment of that, you now are in a position to recognize that you are able to come back to yourself, give back to yourself as a result of what you've been able to give back to your community, your heritage. This can be relevant in any form or fashion that is meaningful to you. For Virgos, I often channel kind of educational access, social institutions, well-being of others, sort of community and social health and well-being. There are many avenues. Virgos work in technical fields. It doesn't matter. These principles still apply. And this is a momentous time for you of receiving the rewards of having the universe recognize your efforts. And my sense for those Virgos I'm talking to is you've had many acknowledgments or a fair share of rewards. It's not as though you've been ignored. Your position has been seen, but you are internalizing the lessons that you've spent much of your effort in contributing to others. In the past, let's look at the past first. We are clarified the Wheel of Fortune by the Tower and the Ace of Cups. Wow. I'm so glad I have Virgo in the midheaven. That's sort of just a connection there. I'm not really a Virgo. However, the Tower is really talking about the contribution that is being recognized by the universe and how it has prepared you not only for the many changes that are occurring in the world. I don't see the Tower necessarily as disaster. I do see it as disruptive. I do see it as radical, revolutionary, possibly. I do see it as the dismantling of structures suddenly, unexpectedly, things we've relied on, neutrally relied on, that are suddenly shifted, changed, or disappeared, dissolving. And naturally, I also believe if things fall out of usefulness or appropriateness based on their service, and when things are no longer working, it is critical that they fall apart to make way for something new. Much of the effort that you have made, for many of you, this has been a lifetime of dedication to uplift in some form. You are prepared for this shift. In fact, your work has been in preparation for the bigger social shifts we're experiencing. And interestingly, is opening up your heart, your desires, your willingness to invest in your own personal dreams. And because you are such a provider in many ways, my sense is that for many of you, the arena of social, romantic, significant relationships has been less than fruitful for you. Your heart applies in many ways to the good work, the important work in the world, the good trouble that John Lewis speaks about. And I now see you having done this work and setting things in motion, preparing legions of your clients, your customers, your students, your audiences to be able, with the tools to manage these changes, to bring about some of these more positive changes. But you had not anticipated this impact on you, this empowerment that you are now experiencing as a result of the good work that you have set others to doing. And this is one of the most beautiful aspects of the awareness that you're experiencing, the faith that you now have in yourself, in your deservedness and worthiness. I know I talk about this a lot, of having great love, great passion, great desire, great dreams for yourself. And there's something about this reading that indicates that your ability to honor yourself, to recognize your own talents and needs, and your worthiness of having a great love, feeling safe in personal love, is something that had to unfold in what many of us would see as a kind of roundabout way. In the present, we have clarifying the Ten of Coins, the High Priestess, and the Knight of Swords. As you have honored your ancestry, your family, your heritage, in whatever form or fashion that you are recognizing the many, many gifts and conditions that your ancestors set forth for your being able to thrive. You are, this is again a sense of return to and a reflection on the great wealth and power that those before us had. This kind of social myth that we often enjoy or is imposed upon us, that we are getting better and better than those people in the past. And I think that that is part of the fallacy that you have belied through your own experience. That in fact, people in the past, social organization in the past, had many strengths and values we no longer appreciate. However, this phenomenal wisdom, this ability to reflect, does not go away because you're internalizing this energy. You may be empowered to shine the light on some social practices in the past that we can learn from, that we can attempt to emulate, restore some of the knowledge, or certainly a respect of the knowledge that already exists, at the same time that you're mimicking the same process within yourself through your phenomenal curiosity. This is your ability to challenge your own assumptions, to ask questions about everything that you understood in a certain very externalized way. You applied the rules of logic and rationality to the external world, to history, to social organization, in ways that you're now realizing can be applied to your own experience. The assumptions you made about the way the world worked and your unlovability in many ways are things that you now have the bravery and the courage, because of your successes in the outer world, to face those, to own that desire for love in your own life, to see that work, to honor your own passions, your own dreams, to pursue your talents that may not be elevated in the way that you have honored and respected those of others. So this is really a kind of pulling in of a lot of the values that you have been extolling for much of your career, or at least your career to date. In the future, the Judgment card is clarified by the Knight of Coins and the Six of Swords. So I see you planning a retirement. I see you planning a moving on, a new development, you organizing your life to be able to grow your stability and security on these new terms, on the basis of an awareness of this mission that is reflecting back upon your individual capacity to be creative, to grow things, to allow yourself to express your passion and your desire and need for love. You are absolutely moving on from a situation that has not been satisfying to you. This may be a perpetual state of bachelor or single solitary life. This may be a certain kind of romantic history that you're willing to release now. You may be looking for true silence and peace. And you may be looking for true partnership that honors you to the degree that you have and do honor your loved ones. This is you also understanding that what you've learned from your relationships, as unsatisfying as they may have been in the past, you're looking for that resolution, that acceptance of the lessons you've learned. You're willing to go to a new place. You're moving on from whatever has existed as this rather fixed state, imbalanced state, in which your provision, the way you took care of others, was always assumed, could always be relied on. And you're now looking for something that is more reciprocal, that honors you, that you can rely on, that can care for you, that can attend to your needs in the same way. This is looking for me for a real partnership to accompany you on this new journey that you're going on, that honors your own love, your own need for love, your own passion, your own creative gifts. I'm going to clarify this with a flora and fauna of Africa and ask you to like this video if it's resonating for you, to share it with others who may find it useful, to comment to me below. I love knowing how this has helped, if it's helped, and to subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. And I pulled the Arabian camel, and the plant that is associated with that is the powerful herb burdock. And the key word is persistence. As many of you know, burdock is a powerfully healing herb and one that many of us use regularly. So this is a powerful testament to your consistency, your discipline, your hard work, and your healing abilities. The Arabian camel reads, "Be patient and persistent in your journey. You're on the right path. Be sure to care for yourself first so that you can care for others." And I'm also going to pull a Starry Beginnings to finish up this reading. And something flipped over, and I pulled, "What does your heart want?" Be free to manifest your heart's desires. And there we have it. I will extend this reading. I'll clarify with another tarot deck and finish off with another oracle card. It will be linked in the description box below. However, this is where we leave it. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, namaste.